well, that's it. Start of this adventure. Oakhampton. It is 5:30. Gonna go probably half an hour walk, camp up in the woods for the night, and then we'll start the proper walking tomorrow. Cheers. This really is stunning already. We just drove through an estate to get here. I just got dropped off. And you kind of come through the estate. As you come through, it's just bang, Dartmoor, middle of nowhere, lovely little country area. So yeah, not a bad start, and the weather's supposed to be good as well. Happy days. What a cool little path, eh? Pretty smart. We've been looking for a footbridge across the river, which is where I intend to pull up camp for tonight. And it looks like we got a footbridge. And oh my god, looks like we got a pretty decent campsite as well. Tomorrow, plan, you can see that hill in the background there. That'll be up onto Bowstone Common, sorry, and then on to Bowstone Tor, first destination. But for now, I'm going to set up camp in this absolutely beautiful little area, get some tea, and I'll report back later. Cheers now. Right, camp is set. Quick chop up, then I think I was going to have a fire, but to be honest, it's probably not worth it tonight. I'll be on the bed pretty soon, and the woods are pretty wet here, to be fair, so you know, we get it started, but I think it's so much faffing around. It's not cold, there's not much point. Midges ain't really about, so yeah, I'm gonna get some scran and I will catch you in a bit. Cheers now. Food cooked, I'm chucking into that. Got the JetBlue, enough for a coffee left over, and nice kind of cider. So then, morning, it's just before 7. The alarm went off at 6, but it was still pitch black, so thought I may as well get a bit more sleep. Sun's not up yet, but there's enough light to get up and get some breakfast. I'm starving. Breakfast on the go, sausage and beans ration pack. First of all, we are off to Scary Tor. Alright, first problem encountered. That's where I come from in the valley. Just skirted along the edge of that hill there. Got to about there. I'm supposed to be going up there to Scary Tor. Just met a very nice lady on a horse who's informed me that there is a ton of cows, all with calves. Probably not the best idea to go too close to them. Right, now on top of Bowstone Common. I don't know if you can really make it out, but that's North Devon, way up over there. We've got Oakhampton down there. Just there is Scary Tor, we're supposed to be going up. See, because of the coast, didn't happen. Bit of a shame, but never mind. In the distance there, you got, I think, Sawton Tors and Longford Hill. And then up behind me, we've got Bowstone Tor at the top, Higher Tor, Winter Tor down there in the distance, and Irishman's Wall up in between. So, let's get cracking. So, at Irishman's Wall now. So you can't see it, but literally a wall that goes all the way from the bottom of one side of this hill or tor, which is between Higher Tor and Bowstone Tor. So you decided to build a wall up and over it. at Higher Tour. We've just come across. We're now going down there. Just in the distance, that is Winter Tour. It is just so beautiful this morning. Like, what, up there with one of the best mornings I've seen on the moors. You know, like, they say the sun's just coming over there. There's proper shiny, glimmery hills down there in the valley, perfectly clear. Then over to the west, people who say they don't like this, I'm sorry, but I can't understand that. Yeah, it's a bit of hard walking. Of course, it's uphill. It's Dartmoor is kind of what it is, but is it worth it? Is it ever? Right, I will actually see you at Oak Tour now. Bye bye. There's a military firing range marker. Probably might not have been a bad idea to check that they weren't doing any live firing exercises up here this weekend, but I didn't, so let's hope. Oakhampton firing range, keep out of when warning flags or lights are displayed on the high ground to your left. Do not touch any military debris, it may explode and kill you. Right, probably quite good advice, and I think we'll heed that. Right, there's Oak Tour anyway, onwards. So we've just come from Winter Tour, which you can just make out the top of it there. Nice easy walk, just followed that ridge, there's a path across it, really grassy, really nice. Nothing too strenuous, and we have now arrived at what's the name of it? It's called Oak Tour. So we can have a quick cup of coffee here, and then crack on. I've just done something quite interesting on the way across here, which I'll go into in a minute. Cheers. So yeah, I just thought I'd show you something which I find quite interesting. She's just sweating us, it is a little bit warm. But yeah, I'm not really come across it in Civvy Street like that. It's more of a military thing on ex-light infantry, as you can probably see. But it's pacing beads. So obviously you've got your bearing, you check on your map your distance. So say from Winter Tour over to Oak Tour where I am now, I know it's about 1400 metres on a bearing, I think 163, maybe something like that. A day like today really doesn't matter, you can see it in plain sight where you're going. It's more of a bit of an experiment. Pacing beads, so basically if you know it's 1400 metres, you've got 9 beads in the bottom section and you've got 3 at the top. I know that, well, when I was in the army anyway, 68 paces, that's every left foot, is equal to 100 metres. Obviously it's not a dead science, but it's pretty close. So you pace 68 metres and you slide 1 down. And you repeat. So by the time you've done 9 lots of 68, you're now at 900 metres. Then you slide one of your top ones down, that marks your first kilometre. And slide all these bottom ones back up, and you start over again. And as you can see, you can go up to 4,900. Say it's not totally accurate, but say if you're out in the fog or something, or there's a couple of peaks, you're not quite sure which is one, but you know the distance to it, it's quite easy. Say I thought it was quite useful and interesting. So I ended up about 50 metres out, which, to be fair, my pacing since I was 18 is probably slowed down quite a bit due to lack of fitness levels. But yeah, hope you found that interesting. Happy days. Well, I don't know if you can make them out, but I've just noticed, yeah, there they are, quite a large group of my milk supplying friends, and they are heading on a bearing which will intersect mine if they carry on. So I think I'm going to get going and try to avoid them. Just leaving Oak Tour, going to Steeperton Tour. Down a little bit, kind of follows the contours halfway down a hill. There's a river, a small river at the bottom, so I'm hoping it's not going to be too boggy. That is Steeperton. I don't know if you can make it out, but it definitely lives up to his name of steep. There's also no direct paths over there. Ground does look really bad. So I think I'm going to continue along this track up to the shoulder of that bit of a ridgeline crest type thing there. And then I'll be able to see down into the valley and see where I can cut across, hopefully a bit easier, and then straight up that. Well, from here it looks near vertical, but we shall see when we get there. Right, so got across to that corner on the path that said was going to reassess the way up Steeperton. Can't really tell a lot more, to be honest. I don't know if you can see it there, but the north side, I was going to say north face, but well, it's not really the eye now, is it? It's a pretty steep hill, but because that's in shadow, it's still quite hard to tell the route. I can see a bit of a sheep track up it. Still looks fairly steep. The problem is I can't see down into the valley yet, and coming across the top here, it's pretty wet. Not too wet up here, not nothing serious, not at all. But obviously water runs downhill, so if all this surface water is going down into that valley, don't know if you can see the valley down there. There's also, I know there's a river down there from the map. So a combination of that two water sources, or those two water sources, could make for quite a wet valley bottom. It's also not looking like any track down into the valley from this side. Don't know if you can make out the sheep track over there, but I think I'm going to go no more than another 100 metres and then just bite the bullet and go down. We'll see what we find. How about that? I said I was going to go 100 metres, I've come about 80 before just turning off anyway, and we have a trail, and you can now clearly see that sheep track. That's the one I'm going to aim for. Right, I don't know if you can make it out on camera, but that's a pretty steep incline. Right, less speaking, we need the energy, I think. Bye-bye. Right, so at the bottom of the valley, just come down there. Obviously there's a very false ridge there, so you can't really see a distance we come down. Not too bad, quite steep, but doable. Now we're going up there, across the river, up there. It plateaus out after that low horizon point there, but that bit, first section, so I don't know if the camera does it justice, it's not really walking, it's more scrambling, so I'm going to need the hands, especially with a big pack on, to get up it. So I will put the camera away and I will catch up with you in a bit. So yeah, up the steep bit, don't mind telling you, that's a little bit of a thigh burner. See some steps, thigh height steps up there. So you do need a few hand placements, especially with the bag pulling you back. Onwards and upwards for the rest of it. Alright, laters. That was pretty hard, to be honest. That was pretty hard going, but it's done. So we're at the top, and as promised, let's have a look around. You can see a little chimney on top, so we obviously got a stove of some kind in there, which I'm sure is nice in the winter if you're stuck up here controlling the range flags or what have you. If you look over here, then that furthest one, there, that is Bowston Common. So we come from way down behind that in the woods where we slept last night. We come up to that one first, then we went along to Bowston Tor, then to Higher Tor, then to Winter Tor, which you can't quite make out, but it's just down behind that ridge. And then we followed that ridge all the way along over to here, and then came down that path all the way down through and then back up here. So yeah, that was a bit of a journey, that one, but I'll have a bit of a break here to get something to eat, and then we'll be off again. So quick update, just left Steeperton Tor, now heading to that one. You can see on the horizon that is Wild Tor. Day, what a day, absolutely stunning. Middle of the moors, no one about. There's Steeperton where we just come from. You can see, absolutely amazing. saying no one's about. I can actually see a group of about 6 up on Wild Tour, but I'll assume by the time I get up there, they'll probably be moved on anyway. Right, crack on. Right, so on top of Wild Tour, as you can see, there's cows up here. My next tour I'm supposed to be going to is Watton Tour. In the distance, I don't know if you can probably see that, there's cows over there. So I think what I'm going to try and do is just head over that way a bit, maybe drop down into the valley and go up Watton Tour, or maybe skirt around it. We'll shall have a look. Alright, on the way to Watton Tour, but as you can see, there's not really paths. There's some very, very basic sheep trails, but it's through this ground. I don't know if it was a technical term, but when we were younger, we used to call them babies' heads. Oh my god, they're horrendous. There's holes, there's lumps. It's yeah, if you're not careful, it's quite easy to go over on your ankle. Right, well, I'm going to crack on and concentrate. Bye. What I was saying about being careful about twisting your ankles, I've managed to just go over on mine, hoping it's nothing too serious. I can just walk it off a bit, but I'm not carrying on across this ground. It seems to go on forever like this, so I'm going to head back up, find the footpath and go up to, I think it's Hangershell, I think it's called. Yeah, so change the route again. Right, bye-bye. Right, back on somewhat of a path. A little bit easier going, ankles not really feeling amazing to be fair, but I am pretty much in the middle of nowhere, so no phone signal, no road, nothing nearby, so I guess we're just going to be carrying on at a very slow pace. Alright, check in later. Alright, sit rat. You can see about here, that's Wild Tour. I walked over to about here. I'm supposed to be going to Watton Tour, twisted the ankle, come back onto this path, and now coming up here. Let me tell you, that's with a bad ankle is not much fun at all. But hey ho, not a lot of choice. So we'll crack on and see what's up the top of here. So I think it's Hangershell, but I'll have a look on the map when we get there. Cheers now. Right, so yeah, this is Hangershell Rock. They're one of those little army huts with the log burner things. I want to go to Fernworthy and then the other side of it, which is over that way, but the ground is horrendous again, so obviously I'm not going to risk that. So instead I'm going to go out behind me over to Whitehorse Hill, and then drop down to Sitterford Tour. Hopefully most of it's pathed, so it shouldn't be too bad on the ankle. But yeah, keep you updated. Cheers. So at a little memorial now, then across to Whitehorse Cairns, and then starting to go back down in the right direction. Ankle's still hurting, which is a real pain for walking, but hey, we'll get on. Right, cheers. Right, this is a path I'm on, heading in the wrong direction really. As you can see those woods over there, that's Fernworthy Reservoir. I want to be on the other side of that, but as you can see, the ground in between me and that is it's not good, and if I do the other ankle, then I'm in pretty big trouble. So we'll take a long route down around the path, but hopefully easier walking. Alright, I believe that's Quinton's Man Cairn I'm just coming up to. So I go from there, I go down over to Sitterford Tour there, and up to the end of the Fernworthy Reservoir Woods, and then not far hopefully is Warren House Inn. But to be fair, ankle's not ideal, but even so, you know, what better place is there to be injured on, eh? Right, see you later. Alright, got to the wall in the valley there, so we need to follow that wall down into the bottom, up on the Sitterford, and then the wall should take us all the way to the end of Fernworthy Reservoir Woods, which is over there. And that's not too far from the pub, so happy days. Just met a bunch of northern boys as well. They were surprised we had a pub there, so never know, maybe a pint later. Cheers now. Just at the bottom 6th of tour now, so we'll be going up that shortly. I think that's the last real push, and it's not too steep, just drags on a bit. But as well as Yanko, I'm now starting to get a blister on the bottom of my big toe. Ah, oh, poor me, eh? You must be feeling so sorry for me. It's not going to do nothing but bloody whinging. It's not all that bad. So anyway, thought I'd better get a blast on it just before it does get bad and does make walking very difficult. Right, laters. So, Sittaford tour. Last tour of the day, hopefully. There's Fernworthy. So, main road should be not too far over there. Whew, happy days. Right, not been on for a while. Phone has been charging, but good news for me anyway. This hill here, pub's over the other side. But I tell you what, Fernworthy, if you follow the border around like I've been for a long time now, it's never ending. Every corner you go around, every hill you go up, you get to another corner, bends round, but the end is in sight. That corner down the bottom there, I'm going to walk up round that a little bit, onto a path, and then up over that hill and to the pub. So I'll probably catch you next at the pub. Cheers now. So just come across a bit down in the valley by Little Leet. Way too boggy to I did try and cross it, to be honest. Went in nearly up to my knee. Not worth a risk, not after what happened earlier. So I've jumped over a barbed wire fence, but as I was trying to jump over, ankle gave way, obviously, and a few spikes in the hand, but never mind. So saying Fernworthy Plantation, little track now. Hopefully this should take me up to the track I want to go somewhere else in. Catch you in a bit. So it's a nice short little trip through the woods, nice and cool in here, nice breeze, because it's not baking outside, but you know, it's hot enough. So yeah, this will take us, that gate there, onto the track that we want. It'll take us, I think, Hut Circle, then Disused Quarry. Should all be footpaths from the quarry. We just drop straight down to the pub. And then thanks for all your pity for my injuries today. Appreciated, but I hope you had to stop when I got a pint in my hand. Cheers. Sod's law. Right. Literally on the path I want to go up. Some more of my bovine friends. So, last detour of the day. We're going round to the left, trying to scoot around them, and literally over that ridge you can see there in the mid-ground. That is the road down the other side that leads to the pub. Cheerio. I think we've managed to get around the cows. They're just down there. I'm just hoping they stayed on that side. So they've split themselves over to this side where I gotta go. Oh, yeah. Another detour added to the list. Yeah, it's quite a cool little cairn. Yeah, I thought I'd show you before it's hopefully final trip downhill. But yeah, you don't see them that often here, not so much as like say in Scotland. You get a lot of them, but in Scotland they're a bit neater built, to be fair, but I can nonetheless. Right, see you in a bit. The chimneys of the Warren House Inn. Another 200 metres to go. 200 metres, and we've made it. I'll report back when I've actually got a pint in my hand. Got a few friends at the Warren House Inn. That one there seems to be stealing my pint. Trying to. That one there is just interested in the grass. But anyway, pint it is. Cheesy chips just done, so not a bad end to a rubbish day. I've still got my little friends with me. They're two foes. Their mother is there, but they seem very friendly. One just slapped me come up and touch on the face, which is actually quite nice. if you see down there, there's my tent, so that's where we're staying tonight. Here's the beer garden, and here's the pub. So, bit of a result in the end, hey? Say the horses are. That's quite liking the taste of that sign. Horse, Dartmoor pony, rather. You know, every now and again, you just get lucky when you're outside somewhere. Somewhere like Dartmoor, somewhere so beautiful. And I've managed to get really lucky tonight with this sunset. Honestly, it's just I can't even describe it, and it's not even finished, so I'm hoping it's going to get better. The only thing I'm a bit gutted about, I didn't bring my proper camera, literally just on the phone. Got some little GoPro knockoff type thing, but it says it's 4K, but to be honest, I'll pay for 85 quid for it, and yeah, it's not really all that. But I'll shut up now, and I'll take a few videos facing the other way, take a few photos, and walk a bit further up around the corner. Hopefully be able to see a bit more, see across the North Hessery tour, which is obviously Princetown, and hopefully this camera on this phone, which is not bad, hopefully it's going to pick it up and you'll be able to see what I see, because what I see is just, it can't even put into words, absolutely stunning. Right, I'll try my best for you. So, quick video. On my screen, it's looking like the phone is picking up these colours, and I pray that it is, because oh my god, you can see there's a farmer's wagon there, a nice Isuzu truck, and he stopped to look at it. And if a farmer who lives on Dartmoor stopped to look at it, that tells you just how special it is. Oh my god, that is amazing. Right, I'm going to go a bit further, try and take some snaps. Wow. Literally, the further I go around this corner, the more absolutely fantastically amazing this is getting. Just look at those colours. Oh my word. This literally goes from like the purest, one of the purest orange suns I've ever seen. I don't know if you're going to get that on zoom, not on this, yes. This is more what I'm seeing. And it goes from that orange and that purple up above it, and it just extends all the way across. I'm not sure those two tours there in the middle above the car, but that's North Hessery there in the background. You can probably see the mast. There you go, if I zoom in. And then it just fades, more lighter pinks, purples, all the way over there. Literally, it's not far off 180 degrees round to a light pink. And oh, just wow, absolutely wow. So I hope that give you an idea of how good it was. That sounds gutted. I've not got the proper camera. Could have had some pretty special shots there, but no, it is what it is. Like I said, I'm not bought a proper camera because I'm hiking and it's just too much weight and everything to carry, but I hope that gives you an indication. Let's see if you can see it over my shoulder. I don't know if you will. Move my head out the way, shall I? There you go. It's literally lighting the sky up, like just in the most phenomenal way possible. Right, anyway, I'm going to head back to the pub. I think we might have another 1 or 2 pints. Like I showed you already, got camp set up, so yeah, 1 or 2 pints. Had a bit of scran and sleep for the night. See in the morning what the ankle is like, and basically continue. Decide to continue this trip or not, but that literally is going to be dependent on the ankle. Like one class, last quick view. Absolutely amazing. Right, if I've got any battery left, I'll say goodnight in the tent. If not, I don't know what I'm going to do actually. Hopefully it'll charge overnight. If not, might be the end of the video whether I continue or not this weekend, because battery is at minimal. Right, laters. One last quick one actually. What I was saying last night about that Wyndham Moors. It's don't be wrong, in the summer it is beautiful. In the winter it's beautiful. In the summer it's green, in the winter it's brown. Both are equally stunning, but now this time of year you've got both. You know, like right from the foreground you've got the bright green grass still going into that, going into the brown bracken, and then up on the hills it's all browning, but you can see patches of green still. It's yeah, it's pretty special time of the year. Oh, and there's my destination, the pub again. Right, cheers now. Right, probably can't say a lot, but just left Borehouse in. I'm gonna walk down to the campsite. I'm gonna put my head torch on the side, because potentially might be a bit more, but you probably won't. Borehouse in, just there behind me. Literally stroke down the hill and set up camp for the night. I say set up camp for the night, get into the camp that I set up earlier. Lasers. Right, walking back down the camp, you can see a little bit of vegetation. Luckily, tent I have, you can maybe just about make it out. It's got luminous guidelines on it, so there shouldn't be too much problem finding it. Just be careful with this track, obviously, with the injury that shall not be mentioned, because I've probably said about it too many times. But anyway, I'll meet you back at 10. Right, another video, just arrived at 10. Should probably explain, or confess rather, yeah, not the best tent pitch. It's boggy, and there is really low ground just over there. If I was to do this in the winter, not a chance. After some rain, not a chance. It's way too low ground, and there is the potential for waking up in quite a few inches of water. I was intending to sleep at Susan's Down, which is over there. There's no way you're going to see it now. I'll show you in the video where I was intending on sleeping, a little bit higher ground, a bit of woodland, a bit sheltered. But with the injury again, honestly, I think I'm going to actually mention, I'm going to go through and count how many times I mention this injury, because it sounds like I'm being a little bit pathetic. But I'm going to get into bed, and I will catch you soon. Hi, Saturday morning, bag packed. Ankle is not feeling great, but I'm going to try walking a few miles down the road. See what it's like, take it from there. Well, I think that's that. Coming along the road probably half a mile, maybe not even that. And yeah, it's just a bit much, so I'm going to get picked up soon. Absolutely gutted. Beautiful, beautiful day again. So yeah, it'll be absolutely stunning. Perfect weekend. I'm more gutted because it's my fault. Injuries happen, but if you get injured because of something that you're advising not to do, it's kind of stupid. So yeah, a bit gutted, but never mind. I will get back out. My ankle's better, and get it completed. Right, for now, cheers.